Hello again, this is a very brief video which is going to outline the new features that have been added to FS Instant Approach by FS Inventions. The new version is FS Instant Approach version 1.6.0. And what we've added to the program this time, by popular demand, this is something that a lot of users have asked to be added to the program, is the ability to start your approach to the runway on an intersecting path, a path that will lead you to a point that intersects the final approach. Up until now with FS Instant Approach, when you click the Connect button, you've always been placed on a direct final approach to the runway. You're lined up with the runway and you just fly straight in. So what we've added now is the ability to fly an intersecting course to that final approach, and it just makes the approach a little bit more interesting and a little bit more challenging. You can use this technique to practice making your turn to get onto final, and you can also of course use this technique in terms of picking up the glide slope and localizer for the runway if these are available. And the way you do this is, as with the rest of the features in FS Instant Approach, a few clicks, just takes a few seconds and you're all set up. So as we can see on this section of the FSX map screen, the pilot in this example has chosen to begin an approach to KGRB from the left such that it will intersect the final approach path. The final leg in this case is 5 nautical miles, and the intersecting approach leg is 2 nautical miles. So here we can see the runway, and here is the final leg, and here is the intersecting approach leg, and of course here is the pilot starting off in his airplane. So this is an option. Of course you can still, in FS Instant Approach, instead you can fly approaches where you would effectively be starting here and flying straight in final approach. You can set the length of that leg, of course, in nautical miles. Start off at 3 nautical miles around here if you want, or you can start at 30 nautical miles out. It's up to you. But now the new feature in version 1.6.0 means that you can start off with an intersecting approach to your final approach, which gives some variation and leads to a little more challenging approach. So what we do is we've got this new section here which enables us to set up an intersecting approach if we wish. This is of course an option. You don't have to use this, or you can use it as often as you like. If you want to fly straight in approaches, then you just leave this section blank. But what I've done here is I've set up, we're flying into KGRB, which is Green Bay, and we're going into runway 6. We're starting 5 nautical miles out. This will be our final approach now that we're talking about up here. Final approach to runway 6 starting 5 miles out. But what we've done is also set up an intersecting leg. So this will start us off on a path that will intersect that final approach path. We will intersect from the left, so we'll start by flying from the left of the final approach, and we will start 2 nautical miles back from the intersecting point. So that means that we will fly for 2 nautical miles, then we'll hit the intersecting point, at which point we need to turn onto final. We'll be turning left onto final, and then we'll be all lined up, and at that point we should be right about 5 nautical miles out from runway 6. So that means that in total we'll actually now be flying 5 plus 2 is 7 nautical miles. And it's as simple as that. So we can have this feature here. I can turn it off, I can turn it back on again. We can approach from the left or from the right. We can set the number of nautical miles that we want to have for our intersecting path. And we also have the feature that we can set it to automatic. If we do that, then FS Instant Approach will automatically set us up based on our approaching speed. We will be 1 minute out from reaching the intersecting point, and that will vary, of course. The distance will vary based on our initial approach speed, which of course is set over here. So if we set that, then we will be 1 minute out from the intersecting point when we start the approach. But if we want to set a specific number of miles instead, nautical miles, we can do that by making a selection from here. And that just about wraps up this brief description of the new features of FS Instant Approach version 1.6.0. Thanks for watching.